ITC Thank You. ITC's Idris class destroyer. Or actually, no, it's Idris class frigate captured via the Xenothreat event and still in operation even after 100 plus hours, 5 days of activity. We've kept this ship fully manned and operational during that entire time. Surprisingly, it's been very stable. We've run into all kinds of bugs, of course, but we have fixed every single one of them. And this is a brief tour of our ship and the operations aboard, especially for ITC members. If you are interested in joining our corp and engage in the kind of shenanigans that we love to do, just go to itcgamers.com and we'll be glad to have you. First up, the bridge. Here I'm on the bridge with Reaper and with Fireflies. He must have gone to the bathroom or something, but we are the night crew and a few other people show up throughout the night trying to keep the ship alive and safe within space or elsewhere. We have our own methods of keeping it going, but for sure I do want to get started with the tour. Let me go and grab my notes here. So what we're gonna do, looks like Flies is going to actually escort me on board the ship. As you can tell, everyone here is wearing a Corp standard uniform, the medium outfit is required in order to go ahead and not get shot on site. We do run OPSEC level 2. You can find more about that in our Discord. Can help keep the security of this boat pretty tight. For sure though, I'm going to have you... Actually, I want to go back to the captain chair real quick here. I want to ask Reaper, if you can, go ahead and open up the doors on the ship.
Yes, sir.
I will just show you from the outside what this all looks like.
Doors are opening.
And here is our fighter hangar. What if I could do the zoom here on this? There we go. So going through our fighter hangar. This is our entire fighter deck. Zipping back out. Whoops. That's just control right. And so we've got quite a number of items on the flight deck. As you can tell, we've got an MPUV. We've also got some Furies planted stash in the sides. And we've got at least 5 Buccaneers here, fully equipped with the Corp Doctrine fit, as well as 2 Med-Urses that fit neatly in the middle there. And we've got 2 Exploration Pisces for transporting Marines to the surface. It works great for carrier ops because obviously we don't want to get this thing into areas that it's going to be facing PvP if it does not have a full turret crew and defensive fighter complement of pilots. And so what we'll do is we'll just keep it in space and we'll just launch these jump capable, quantum capable craft to their individual missions as they need, in teams or as an entire force. And of course, the Idris is not alone. We do have escort ships as well. You can go and close up those doors, sir. And
sir.
We've got quite a number of people engaged in several different roles, from support to security to just being around and generally being helpful. So let me get out of my seat here. And I'll follow Fireflies on down to the hangar deck. So let's go run down that hangar deck and talk about what it is that you do when you arrive on board. And I always get confused which way to go. There you go. The fly will show me the way. This ship is so freaking large that even after being on it for 5 days straight, people still get lost. I still get lost. Being able to see the fighters at the hangar, I mean, that's just awesome. Seeing them all launch too is amazing to do as well. But right now we don't have a full fighter crew on board, but that's just fine with us. We do want to maintain an empty space on the deck so that we can receive visitors. or for emergency landings. That's why we only got 5 Buccaneers right now, but she can fit up to 7. And if we did a stagger formation, we can easily fit up to 10, possibly even 11. We've tested with 11 as well. But we like to maintain an operational flight deck, and so that's why we got this landing zone here. When you come in to land, you'll be landing only in a Buccaneer or Pisces if we're missing one, and it'll be to replace anything that we have currently planned on our flight deck. Otherwise, they'll just be parking a ship outside and EVAing through the side hangars, or the side ports on the Idris on the top deck. But yeah, when you do arrive, regardless, what you're going to do is you're going to immediately make for the left-hand side or right-hand side, just depending on what security operations have determined. And you're going to bind to the medical Ursa that is here. And once you're bound, you can guarantee that you will spawn on the ship if you remain here on the server, and you just you can either menu log, you can come back, you'll be at your station or your planet, and you can just suicide yourself and you'll spawn in the Med Ursa. When you spawn in the Med Ursa, or when you arrive, you're going to immediately want to go ahead and get a uniform, which is you're going to find it here in the lower deck cargo area, right next to the Med Ursa here on the left side of the ship. So in here on this crate, you're going to find your required undersuit. At least your undersuit and a helmet is what you're going to need to wear at all times while on board. We've got some additional things here you can also carry: med gun, arc light, and emergency if you need to. Pilots, for sure, you'll be wearing the undersuit and the helmet. For deckhands, that is basically everybody on the ship. If we call for deckhands or for people to help out to clear debris on the deck, you're going to find the tractor rifles here in this container here. And of course, if you object to our military type uniforms or whatever, we are still a civilian corporation, so we do have corp uniforms, so to speak, civilian outfits here that you can wear. Anyone in a civilian outfit is permitted to be in a civilian outfit on the ship, but anyone in an armor set will have to wear our corp armor for security at this time. So just wanted to let people know about that when you do arrive. So yeah, you're set your spawn, get your gear, and then you're gonna report to the captain. And so I'd be like, hey, who's the captain? And I'd say, hey, Fireflies, I think we're reporting. Feel free to give me a role, and he'll give me an assigned role. There are several different roles on board the ship. Those roles are documented in our forum, and they do evolve from time to time. But primarily, there's a captain, and then there's a commander/pilot. The captain comes up with the missions. The commander pilot is responsible for basically leading the entire boat, and then he's assisted by a deck officer who he appoints to manage the deck and incoming flights, to basically act as ATC for the ship. And then finally, we've got a quartermaster/security officer who's responsible for maintaining the spawn point, as well as any inventory that is on board. Going back up again to the deck layout, it is kind of cool to be able to run through the deck here on this video. I'll show you this real quick. We'll start from the front. And here, this is it. I mean, we've got Firefly coming on down. And we got our whole complement of fighters here. And it is just so awesome to be able to walk through here. See flight operations happening, people running around, moving carts and containers around, picking up debris, etc., taking care of ships and vessels. Down here at the end of the flight line, on the left side again, you're going to see we've got a cargo crate here for loot and for stuff we're going to be taking off the ship. So we'll have cargo ships come in, or we'll use the MPUV that's in the corner over there to go and haul that stuff off the ship and get it sold at the stations so we just get it off board, and we're not confusing anybody with any of the stuff we actually are running in inventory. Up next, we're going to quickly show you where you can find turrets. The deck officer and quartermaster, security officer, they stay on the bottom deck here typically, controlling entries and exits. Be a good person and close the doors behind you. It just helps when things go explodey-wodey. First up, the deck officer and the quartermaster, they'll be going down this ladder here on both sides of the hangar deck and these cargo areas. You will find to the immediate adjacent to the ladder here, the bottom turret. So there's two bottom turrets here. If I go ahead and hit F2 on the ship, you can see that there are two bottom turrets here. That's where you're going to find them. The other turrets are going to be on the very top. We've got, I think, a total of 5 turrets, and then there's also, incredibly enough, a missile turret seat. This ship does actually have a missile control center, which I'll probably show you here. Too soon here. Let me go ahead and get us up to the turret deck. So you just go up these stairs on both sides of the hangar here. You go through, keep running up the stairs. When battle stations are called, you will run to your assigned turret. Battle stations usually happen when we are in PvP areas and expecting to possibly either be scouted or to be snared. Just be prepared to follow orders when those orders do come in. We're going to go up now to the turret deck. Flies will lead the way. I think it's that direction, yep. So it's going to be toward the front of the ship. If you get lost, again, just use your map to just make your way up to the turret deck. So we're on the habitation deck now. Now we're going up to the turret deck. Here's the turret deck. So you got turrets now on both sides at the top of these stairs here, left and right. These stairs go up straight to the bridge and on down to the other side of the turret deck. So here's a turret. We're just running through here. You just sit in the seat and bam, you're in the turret. So another turret down there. And then if we go up to the bridge here, you want to make sure you announce your presence when you're running around, otherwise security will shoot you. Then go on the bridge.
Enter.
Yes, we do have a crate here blocking people from basically trying to cheat their way into the back door here through glitching. It's been very effective, so much so that it even prevented us from retaking the ship at one point. Yeah, we do our best to keep things nice and tight as we can. And here's the other turrets, left and right as well. So I believe we're on the right side of the ship, facing that's front that way. And then the other turret is going to be on the habitation deck, way to the front. So I go to the right over here. It'll be way down this hall. As you can see on the map on the top left of your screen here. We keep running all the way down. All the way down to the turret that's in the front. There's some escape pods here. It says the escape pods and turret. You just go down through here, and here is the forward turret. This forward turret is I think slightly more powerful than the other turrets. It's our forward gunner, and this is a kind of a near permanent position whenever someone is assigned to it. Yeah, as I said, if we're not in a PvP area, then you're definitely free to roam about the ship. For sure, though, you will want to get full-on armors, no doubt, for security when you do get aboard, so you don't be running around in just an undersuit only. What you're going to want to do is actually go find the cargo bay, which is on this deck, the habitation deck. Fireflies, do you know where the cargo bay is? You just run around. It'll be on the left side. It'll say cargo on the door, the yellow door. It is around here somewhere. There it is. So there's the cargo bay. This cargo bay has cargo elevators that go down to the onto the flight deck on both sides. So this is on that side, and there's one over there as well. Here are your cargo crates for getting your uniform. You're just going to go start going through these cargo crates one by one. Grab your armor. You can outfit your entire marine kit, and the small 2 SU box will be your smaller items. And you just make your full-on backpacking kit like you've been shown in other videos on ITC training. It makes it very simple to go ahead and get fully kitted out when you're on board. We've got weapons in this box as well. Standard issue only at this point, just to keep things simple. And it looks like we have some extra SU crates just lying around, but that's fine. We'll take care of it later. Next up is we're going to go down to the additional crates. So, I mean, you don't need to go anywhere else on board to go ahead and get kitted up. But for fun, if you're just you get lost or whatever, you say, hey, I need food or drink, just look for the mess hall sign and go down to the place where the mess hall is. The mess hall is over here. There we go. And we'll just go on in, and you'll see there's a crate here over by the kitchen. This crate has food in it and drink. And it is supplied. All these crates are supplied by Sierra Squadron, our support squadron. Fantastic job that they do. If you go through the mess hall, go to the right, you'll be in the bunker room. And then here's your locker room. In the locker room, you've got also civilian clothes as well. Let's open it up. And then also, of course, the standard undersuit and helmet as well. Moving on, we're going to go now to the medical bay. I'll show you. I think the medical bay is this way. Yeah, so I could go this way here. Through the mess hall. And to the right, I'm going to guess. Is that right, Fireflies? You can speak if you need to. I'm not getting lost here. Pilot ready room. No, let's keep going down.
This is the armory, and we do have stuff in the armory.
Oh yeah, let's check out the armory. So here's the armory. The armory's down here on habitation deck. This goes up the turret deck, so you're gonna find it right here, right below the stairs. Both sides of the turret deck stairs have small little passageways like this. So here's your additional weapons and ammo. Standard issue, of course, you'll find here in the armory as well. These are workable lockers as well. You can use them, but for now we've just been using the crate just to keep things simple. But the longer we keep this ship, the more we're making use of what it offers us, and it just makes it a lot of fun to be able to kind of do some semi-pro, semi-casual play, whether it's role play or just active life. This is how we live on board. It's anything super complicated, we hope, and certainly nothing milsim. We're just doing our best to kind of keep security tight, but at the same time let people be doing what they like to do the best. So, Flies is taking me down to the medical med bay here. That will be the briefing room. You guys can explore that later. Basically, it looks like a theater with a bunch of chairs in it. We've got the engine room. We can also explore that later.
I'm going to use that briefing room one day. Like, get everyone in there before the mission and just actually full roleplay it.
Yeah, that would be awesome. I'll just take a quick brief. Oh, here's a cargo. That's the cargo deck. Yeah, it's cargo deck. So,
yeah.
So just outside the cargo deck rooms, you'll run down a little bit more. You'll find if you look on the upper left corner of the map here, you'll see the mess hall, and then the medical bay is forward of the ship, so it's towards the front of the ship. Here's your med bay, right?
No, we were at it.
We were at it.
Oh, that was the mess hall. Sorry,
Yeah,
that was
the
the
mess hall. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, med bay's further up. Yeah.
And those are just tunnels connecting to the other side of the ship. So that's all that is. And it overlooks the hangar deck below.
It's the missile room that you can't enter.
Forever locked. It's not yet developed. Med bay. Here we go. So you need some medical supplies, and you don't want to go run to the cargo bay. You can just come right here, and here's your medical supplies. So that is the inventory tour at this time. Those are the turrets. Right now, Fireflies is going to help us wrap up by showing you, in addition to being assigned as a crew member, whether you're assigned to a turret or you're an officer on the boat, or even just a visitor on board. For sure, if we do get boarded, there are specific choke points you want to make your way to in order to go ahead and help control the ship. We'll show you where those are. They are on the turret deck, this way here. So we're going to go back up to those turret deck stairs. And this is on both sides of the ship, down from the bridge. So what we'll do is we'll go back up to the bridge. No, that goes down to the hangar. We're looking for the stairs that go up. And this is it right here. Yeah, this is it. So stairs that go up. This is the beginning of the turret deck. Going up here. So here's our turret deck right here. And this is the choke point right here you want to hold. Right between the two turrets. So you got the two turrets on the left and right. These stairs go up to the bridge on both sides of the boat. You want to hold this here for sure. This is the choke point. The secondary choke point obviously is on the bridge itself as well. Bridge crew are responsible for coming down and reinforcing whoever needs medical res or whatever down here, so that defenders can still keep fighting and keep the focus on firing on the enemy. We've been very effective in repelling on multiple borders, both real and in training. So this is what we found out works best on the Idris. The habitation deck is very insecure because you do have several points of entry and lots of rooms for attackers to hide in. Obviously, once we feel like we've eliminated most of the opposition, we'll move our way down in teams, covering each other and pushing into the habitation deck and start doing a full-on sweep. And depending on the situation, the security officer will call out which directions we're gonna sweep, and from either front to back or whatever like that. So, but yeah, that is the ITC Thank You, and we have survived, as I said, for over 100 hours right now. We're entering into day 6 here soon, and we've already got several Idrises painted on our hull that we blasted, about 11 altogether so far. I believe 7 of those were obviously other Xenothreat Idrises, or even I think even once a bounty type Idris. But then three other Idrises were player owned Idrises, and we blasted those out of the sky too. That was a lot of fun. We've got some of that action recorded on various different stream channels that our members run, and you're welcome to inquire more about that later. But for sure, if you guys are interested in joining ITC, itcgamers.com is where you want to go, and we look forward to having you with us. This is Enigma, your humble CEO, and this is Fireflies, our Night Watch captain, signing off, and you guys have a good night.